Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to do my Green Bay Packers Beast Week 8 recap. As you all know, we beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in a close contest, winning field goal 30-27 as time expired. A lot of good things and a lot of not so good things happened in this game. Obviously one of the biggest scary things that happened was that Jordan Love did get injured during the game. He tried his best to stay in the game as long as he could with the injury. Eventually he did leave in the second half. Malik Willis came in and balled out and kept us in. And ultimately set us up for the winning field goal. Brandon for the second straight week. This one being much more of an easier field goal than last week's win against the Houston Texans. But nonetheless, still a winning field goal. Anywho, 30-27. We are 6-2 because the Vikings surprisingly lost, which I'm obviously happy they lost against the Rams. We both predicted the Vikings were gonna win. I'm still stunned that they didn't win that game. Though the safety thing was bull, but I don't know if they would have still won that game. But because they were losing, obviously going into that possession. But nonetheless, my Packers are now in second place in the NFC North because of the Vikings' loss. We are now coincidentally playing the Detroit Lions next week in Green Bay at 4:25. But again, the story this week is going to be whether or not Jordan Love will be able to play. He had a groin injury. It's not a re-aggravation of the MCL knee. That's what the report indications. Our head coach Matt LaFleur, he basically said that he doesn't know, and he's optimistic, but we won't know really until tomorrow. I will say, looking at his stats right now, Jordan Love didn't have really a great game. He was 14 for 22. 196 passing yards. He threw an interception, which, we were driving on that one. We were dominating the first half. Like, Jordan Love was dominating the first half, but after that interception, he was kind of really cold until he had to get out of there because of the actual injury. That interception, man, I was pissed about that interception. It wasn't really on him. No, it was just a really good play. He just jumped it right in front of Dobbs. But then, of course, I think it was 2 plays later, we got the ball back. We intercepted it right back. The defense, the one sack we got was the fumble, which set up the touchdown pass to Tucker Kraft when he was high-stepping on it, and that was from Malik Willis. Malik Willis did throw a touchdown. Malik Willis was 4 for 5, 56 yards, 1 touchdown. I will say, Matt, I didn't think did a great job with Malik Willis in the play calling. They were heavily relying on Josh Jacobs. Once they let Malik Willis go, for example, that the play that set up the field goal, to Jaden Reed, that was all Malik Willis right there. That was great play, and that set up the winning field goal, and that was awesome. They're being really, but I feel like if they had been more aggressive with Malik Willis on the previous possession, we wouldn't have been in the situation where we had to win had the winning field goal, because I said this before. In the first start he had when Jordan Love was out, and they beat the Colts. They were very conservative and relied on the run and the defense, which was fine because defense did their part. In the game against his former team, the Titans, who are probably still living about the fact that they got rid of him, and then they kept Will, who has sucked. They just got killed by the Lions, right? So I don't even think he's playing anymore, too, by the way. So, yeah, we got a steal with Malik Willis. But they were more aggressive with Malik Willis against the Titans. And once they needed him to be aggressive, they were. And, you know, if he's starting next week against the Lions, they're going to have to be like Malik Willis. Okay, I think is a starter in this league. And I said, like, and Kyle talked about this in the one episode because I was communicating with him about it. You know, when I first seen Malik Willis come out for Jordan Love and he played against the Colts and the Titans, I said there might be a quarterback controversy with this one. Because, look, I know it's crazy to say this right now about Malik Willis because we've only seen a couple of things from him so far in Green Bay. But this guy just looks poised. He looks comfortable. Like straight up. When Jordan Love went down, we were losing. Jacksonville had just taken the lead, right? They had just taken the lead in the game. And the momentum was all on their side. Trevor Lawrence started to look good. You know, he looked horrible in the first half, but we didn't capitalize on a lot of, points and stuff like that, right, early on. You know, the tide was turning, and then when Malik Willis came in, like, everything just changed. The momentum went right back to us. Like, Malik Willis did, when the check down happened, nobody was open. He runs for, let's see, what was the run? He runs for, he ran for he had 4 attempts for 23 yards rushing, right? Okay, one of those was like a 16-yard rush or something like that. I don't remember what the yardage was for it, but one of those attempts was the biggest one. He goes right on midfield, 16 to 18 yards or whatever it was, right? Got a first down, and that put the momentum right back on our side. And then the next play, Josh Jacobs gets the handoff, and he runs it to the house, and we take the lead. And that was all set up from Malik Willis. Jordan Love in that situation, if he had been playing in that moment, would not have done that because he couldn't. Because he had the groin injury. So he wouldn't have been able to run in that situation. He would have had to have thrown it away. Malik Willis had fresh legs, and so he was able to do it. But also, I do think Malik Willis has better legs than, I think he's better at running than Jordan Love is, even when Jordan Love was healthy. So, I'm looking at this, if he goes in next week, if he starts against the Detroit Lions in Green Bay and he beats the Detroit Lions, the Detroit Lions are kicking everyone's ass right now, okay? And I know the Titans suck as a team, but look what they just did to the Cowboys a couple weeks ago. They are going on all cylinders. The Detroit Lions are a scary team, and it pains me to say that as a Packers fan because I love seeing the Lions in their misery, right? Because, I'm a Packers fan. So, I look at this. Now, we beat them last year on Thanksgiving. They beat us in Green Bay. We beat them in Detroit last year. So, it's kind of 1-1 here. So, yes, we can beat them. But I'm looking at this, it's almost like with Malik Willis. If he I don't think they should rush Jordan Love on the lineup. If he can't truly go, you put Malik Willis in there because I really think Malik Willis can win this game. I think Malik Willis can beat the Detroit Lions. I think this guy is he is a starting quarterback. I don't know why the Tennessee Titans thought this guy wasn't a starting. He hasn't thrown an interception since being in Green Bay. I know he threw 3 with the Titans, but with us, he hasn't thrown any. He hasn't made any monumental mistake. He looks good. He can, he can run if nothing is open. Like, I think he's a better runner than Jordan Love when he's healthy. Now, obviously, of course, when Jordan Love comes back, he's going to be the starter because he's making like $200 million or whatever we're giving him now. But I look at this, I'm like, we might have something here. We might have something here with Malik Willis. I don't know what the quarterback controversy is going to be, depending on how long, how severe Jordan Love's injury is. But I'm telling you, this is going to be, and this is no Matt Flynn situation. Like, people are like, well, look at what happened to Matt Flynn. He had the 6 touchdowns against the Lions or whatever, and that, didn't really do anything as a starter after leaving Green Bay. I don't think this is a Matt Flynn. Matt Flynn was a legitimate backup quarterback. He was a good backup quarterback. He was a backup. He was a backup. He was a good backup quarterback. That was what Matt Flynn was. Malik Willis, I don't think is a good backup quarterback. I think he's a good starting quarterback. I think this guy could be a starting quarterback. I really do. And again, he's probably not going to be our starting quarterback because we got Jordan Love. But I'm telling you, there will be a quarterback controversy if he plays good for several games, if we have to have him in there for several games. I'm telling you, because this guy is for real. This is not a fluke. I don't think this is a Matt Flynn situation. Like, he's just really, really poised, But I know we're going over this, like I said, getting into the stats here. Christian Watson, 4 reception, 39 yards. Devontae Wicks, he only had 2 receptions for 11 yards. Jaden Reed, 2 receptions for 55 yards, but the one obviously being the best one in the game. Romeo Doubs. He had 3 receptions for 72 yards receiving. Tucker Kraft had 3 receptions for 78 yards receiving, and also had the high-stepping touchdown after the sacked fumble. It was the only sack in the game. And it was the best one, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, because when we won this game, the Packers won this game, I feel like it came down sort of to Malik Willis being in there. I don't know if we win this game if Jordan Love stays in, because Jordan Love had just lost the league. He started getting cold before he got injured. And then we put Malik Willis in there, and he's healthy, and he's ready to go. And, we'll never know a butterfly effect, but, he comes in and he just played. Like I said, Matt kind of contained him. He kept, he wanted to run it with Josh Jacobs, but when they needed him, when they finally had him passing the ball, he was passing him efficiently. And of course, he made the clutch play. He made the clutch play in 2 minutes to do what he did. Could have gotten a touch. We could have easily gotten a touchdown on that. Like, there's definitely if they needed a touchdown on that drive, Malik Willis would have gotten us a touch. I do believe Malik Willis would have gotten us a touchdown. They were inside like the 10-yard line or whatever it was. But they didn't need that because it was tied. So they went for the field goal. But Malik Willis just looked good and efficient. And that's why I'm saying, like, if we have him playing against the Lions, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid that we might lose, because we have a backup quarterback who is someone who can be a starter in this league. I believe he is a starter. I don't believe this is a Matt Flynn situation. Matt Flynn was good in the Packers system. Matt Flynn was a system quarterback. He was good in the system that he was in. For Green Bay. He could not do good in the other systems that, where they tried to have him be a starter in. I think Matt Flynn is not the same as Malik Willis. I mean, we've seen it way too many times. Matt Flynn had one good game against the Lions when they didn't need to play Aaron Rodgers. And, of course, he did have that great game against the Cowboys years later when he came back. But that was after it was established that he was a backup quarterback. Yeah, I mean, overall, it was kind of like two games, essentially, you know. This was essentially two games. You know, we talked about Jordan Love. He looked good in the beginning, kind of floundered towards the second half, and then, of course, got injured. And was out. And then Matt Flynn came in. He rejuvenated the momentum and got us the win. You know, got a great kicker right now, Brandon, who came in because the other kicker sucked. And we now got 2 walk-off wins with him. He also made all his extra points, and he made the field goals, too, the ones that weren't the game-winning ones as well. So, again, turnover battle. 2 turnovers, which resulted in points. It was 2-1 on that. And it was a good game. I was concerned on the defensive end towards the end, but again, the defense has played really good. We only had one game where we didn't have a turnover, and that was last week, but we contained the quarterback, C.J. Stroud, under 100 yards. So overall, defense is still looking great. I'd be very confident against the Detroit Lions. I don't think the Lions are going to be able to rack up the scoreboard like they did against Tennessee, against us, with our defense. Even with Malik Willis in there, I think, you know, I would like Matt to let Malik, you know, be aggressive, because I think this guy can do it. I think he can go up against the Lions. He goes up against the Lions and takes the division for us, you know, and has us take the lead in division. It's going to be a big deal. But yeah, great game, especially going in the bye. Great game and great victory in Jacksonville. Worried about what's going on with Jordan Love. And I forgot to mention Josh Jacobs' rushing yards. He had 127 yards rushing and 2 touchdown passes, which was a great performance by him. He did really good. Big key too early on as well in this game. And then, of course, obviously the setup from Malik Willis, getting that big 18-yard run that set up the running play on Josh Jacobs to getting the touchdown. So, yeah, overall, good game. 6-2, we're in second place. Hopefully now, next week, got to get in first place. We're going to hear about this all week on who should start. Let me know what you guys think on who you think should start. If Jordan Love is healthy, do you think they should risk it right now? Because I said that last time when he was injured. Should they risk it, him coming back this early? I don't know. We're going up against a team that's going to be right up there for the division. It's going to be right up there as a playoff team. I don't know if we should risk Jordan Love in this game if he's not 100%. Even if he's 85%, if he's not 100%, I don't know if we should risk Jordan Love if we have somebody like Malik Willis, you know, that can do what he can do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate. If you like this video, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell for all of these contents. And that's it. Go Pack Go, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace. Also, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, obviously, but also make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, obviously, but also the Twitch, the Instagram. All SS Ultimate Goku. I do have a Discord link in the description where we discuss various topics, including the NFL. Also, I do have a YouTube tier list, so make sure to do that too if you're like my contents, where we do have exclusive offers. And yeah, that's it. I am out. Peace. Go Pack Go.